31 is even better.
Woo, baby.
Even better.
Here we go. Open up the floodgates. Unleash the Kraken. All right, and here we go. It's Trey Lance at number 31. All righty, here we go.
7 spots from last year.
I know. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be hated, loved, assassinated, or what here in the next 48 hours. Maybe all of the above. So we'll see where it goes.
Probably just a little bit hated.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't see assassinated.
Okay. Good. Let's not go there. But Trey Lance, I'm flat out. First thing I'll say was probably one of the hardest guys to really place on the whole list. He really is. I see the talent, the potential, all of that. There's no doubt. I mean, I get if you're really into that and you believed you could groom him and fix him and do some of that, I can get why you pick him at number 3. The arm is ridiculously strong, and he's a good athlete. And he does seem like, again, he's a good kid. And from everything I've heard from anybody, he is smart. But I haven't seen the smarts on the field yet, I would say. All right. There's some things there. So we talk about the talent and, all of that. And, yes, there is that. There's no doubt. And Shanahan's going to be able to do some special things. But I still got too many questions, too. That's why I couldn't place him higher, where there's going to be a few guys in front of him that they're not as talented as him that we'll get to in the next podcast.
What's your biggest question?
Well, I think the accuracy is still the biggest question. Just the pure ability to be a thrower and a passer. Again, every game was a fucking miracle to get back to 50% throwing. I mean, it really was. It was, he's 6 for 15 here. We're early in the fourth quarter. He's 6 for 19, and it's early fourth quarter. And I feel like Shanahan had to call plays to basically go, let's get his completion percentage up, so maybe we can end the game at 50%.
Yeah.
I mean, I really felt like as I was watching some of the games, that was part of it. So that, yes, and then the ability, as we talked about many times in the preseason last year, the ability to throw the appropriate ball. Remember when we went through that period last year of like, people were like, man, there's so many drops in the preseason. It's like drops. He's throwing to a receiver from you to me, and he threw it as hard as he can.
Heavy fastball, nose down, heavy fastball.
No spin, right. We've hit on that.
Yeah.
And it jumps out when you watch on film. Not only that, I think the thing that's concerning is it's, around 50%. Damn. Almost 50% of the completions are like, whoa, that guy barely caught it. Or, whoa, he had to turn around and make some crazy catch.
It's not easy.
It's nothing is easy.
Yeah.
And then I think what added on to it, you see very few real quarterback plays, go through the pocket, do all that, read it, do all that. A lot of his big plays and his stats were what I would call Shanahan specials, where I'd go, listen, it's great throw downfield and all that, but he's wide open by 10 miles.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have put me or you in on that play, and we still would have got that done.
Right.
And so I know people are going to look at that and go, wow, and I understand the wow factor, but that's not enough. I got to see stuff like that and plays like that within the normal rhythm of the offense and other things too. Too many of the big successful plays were just Shanahan serving it up on a platter.
I want you to keep going with this sentence in between.
Right.
This is the team that expects to be playing in late January.
Yeah.
He's not the best quarterback on the roster. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
No, right now he's not. No, he's not the best quarterback on the roster. And Jimmy Garoppolo's on that roster. Jimmy Garoppolo's going to be – he's on this list, of course. He's above this for sure. Yeah.
How do they deal with that?
It's going to be tough, now. But this is Shanahan, who's probably the most creative offensive coach in football. Mm-hmm. He started 2 games last year. They had Arizona on the ropes in Arizona.
Yep.
The Houston Texans game, go back and watch that. It explained everything. It was Strugglesville, but they hung in there, and then a few Shanahan specials came up, and they win the game. But, even where he is here, and yes, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be higher than this. And you drafted him at number 3. His potential is great.
There's the word.
Shanahan can hide the deficiencies. Mm-hmm. Shanahan will... highlight the good things he does and do that, and that'll help the growing curve here a little bit.
Yes.
I think that's the thing I look at. And then, hey, the 49ers maybe are the best team in football.
I was just going to say, is the team around him good enough on offense and defense where he can be like, okay, we're gonna make this kid good by Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We might end up there only a game or 2 above 500 or 3 or 4, who knows?
Right.
But once we get to December, watch out.
I think that's why you got to do that. I think that's why you got to play him. You got to start him. You got to do it. You got to do it. Yes, I think you're saying exactly right. And I think, yes, to your point, my answer is yes, that they are, the 49ers are a Super Bowl team, period. They were last year, we know that. And, even with saying all this, they basically had to do some of this stuff with Jimmy Garoppolo too.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's going to be like, oh my gosh, we got to figure out how to kind of work around our quarterback. No shit. Well, they've been doing that with Jimmy Garoppolo. So that's where I have tremendous, faith in Shanahan.
Yep.
And I think Shanahan could probably make it look even better than it might actually be, like it did last year. When you look at it, the stats on paper,
he's going to need that skill.
I know.
For a while.
I think so.
For a
right.
little while.
Until he, grows into like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I think that would be, to me, the goal. It's just, hey, let's get him out there. Let's get him playing. Let's get progress. And if we can get to, like you're talking about, mid-November, late November, where we start to go,
yeah,
he's starting to read the field and make a few special throws, watch out for the 49ers. And that's, again, another part to bring into this conversation of why it's so important that they keep Deebo Samuel, because he's going to make life a lot easier on Trey Lance. Exactly right.
Sure would.
Right.
Let's have a little fun with the fact that the schedule just came out and this whole topic of Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo. So what % chance right now that Jimmy Garoppolo is the week 1 starter over Lance as we kind of take a peek here at the Niners 2022 schedule? Sounds like it's not very high.
Yeah, it's not high.
At Bears, Seahawks,
it's single
Broncos.
digits to me. I mean, it's if Trey Lance falls off a cliff and we never see him again, or like something crazy happens.
It's not a competition. Like, the decision's been made, right?
I think so. I think Shanahan told everybody at the owners' meeting that we think Trey's ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, so there you go.
Right.
He said that. So there you go. He's right. They tried to trade Jimmy Garoppolo, so we know where they are.
Yeah.
And then, man, it's a nice way to start. At Chicago, I don't know. I don't see it with Chicago. Eberflus, got respect for him. I know he's a good defensive mind, certainly.
And then Seattle?
Shit. I mean, it's not a bad start to get started with here. Seattle kind of in a rebuild mode. And then you go back to what I call the Shanahan homecoming game. The Shanahans go back to Mile High Stadium, the Broncos there, the place where Kyle's dad, put the Broncos on the map and all of that. And, hey, shit, the Broncos, they hired Vance Joseph over Kyle Shanahan. They could have had him as their head coach. So there's some, interesting little wrinkles to that game right there.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.